crafting day. Today is the day, it's the day to craft. And I should be, fingers crossed, real quick, um, multicasting on Facebook and YouTube. Let me check real quick. It says I am. The other day I thought I was, but my app needed updated. So, y'all, a little tip if you are a multicaster, always double check before you go live that your app is updated. I'm live. Yay. All right, Facebook, YouTube, use the link above me. Come on over to Whatnot. Let's hang out. We are going to use some molds today. I've been hiding this goodness in the basement for the last year, not on purpose. So these are redesigned with Prima molds, and I wanted to let you guys know that I uploaded all of them into the Buy Now section. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to check YouTube too. Let me start a paper ephemera giveaway. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Oh, whoops. Well, this is a good givey. Guess what? I started the wrong one. Good for you. It doesn't matter. Gibbies today. I pre-poured a few molds for you, okay? And you're going to get one of the big hairs and one of the hair heads for your crafting needs. So hop in the giveaway. That's what this is. Get in there. I'm going to check one thing real fast. Facebook, YouTube, take this time. Come on over to Whatnot. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot yet, there is a link above me. Do that. Get over here, and we're going to have a fun day. I had a couple of other projects started for last week, and then I skipped the show because I was real tired, Fryer. But they're down here too, so we might finish those as well. When I'm done today, we're going to raid into the Farmhouse Fryer. She has got some bangers. In fact, if you guys want to hop in her auction tab and go place some pre-bids on those quilts real quick while I do this. I have one thing I need to do, and then we'll get rolling. Where's everybody from? Let me know how the weather is. All that good stuff. Okay. All right. I think we're rolling now. Tennessee. I love Tennessee. I want to visit soon. Well, I mean, I've only driven through it. We didn't actually stay there, did we? Was it in Tennessee? Anyways, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get off on a tangent. I want to go soon. 8 days and 0 hours, and the Farmhouse Fryer will be here. Okay, so y'all, we are using Redesign. That's crazy. I gotta clean my bathrooms and stuff, man. We are using Redesign with Prima molds today. I have loaded all of those items into the Buy Now section for you. Also, I have loaded all of my DIY paint products up. So no more basement trips. I mean, maybe occasionally, but if you are looking for DIY paint colors, they are all loaded up. I am going to pin my notify me when I'm live thing because I keep forgetting, okay? And that's not a buy thing. That's just to go bookmark that. And if you guys want an extra notification when I go live, if you bookmark, save that listing, when I pin it, you get an extra little drop down. What's up, Eucalyptus Lane? Also, I have a question. I was thinking about signing up for a text service. I can just text you guys the link before I go live. And you can sign up for it and you can unsubscribe anytime. It doesn't cost anything. Because I know Whatnot notifications be a little crazy. Yeah, okay, it's on the list. And I've been checking things off my list. So we'll add that to the next one. Okay, getting this giveaway. I'm going to give you 2 hairs. Two hairs in this giveaway. And we are going to learn how to do it. So my table is here at a little bit of a smear. I'm going to pour this epoxy resin. And then I might have to move this mold somewhere where it's not uneven. Otherwise, all my box is going to run right out. But I'm going to show you how I do this. Now, I do not have the amazing casting resin in my Buy Now section because it's pricey and there's nowhere where I can wholesale it to afford to really sell it to you guys. But if you go over to my Facebook page, Upcycled by Bree, I did make a post with a direct link to the resin we're using today, just so it's really, really easy to find. Upcycled by Bree on Facebook. It's the very first post. There's a picture of these rabbits. You can't miss it. And then there's also a link to my Whatnot must-haves and all my Amazon stuff in case you guys want to browse through that. Cool? Cool, good talk. So amazing casting resin is pretty unique as it dries very, very quickly. So this will set up in like under 30 minutes. The tan and the blacks take a little bit longer. The white color dries in like 10 minutes. So epoxy resin can be a little intimidating in the beginning. But don't you worry, because once you do it a time or two, it's not bad at all. I went ahead and pinned down below this Redesign with Prima Meadow Hair Mold. I only have 8 in stock. and they are sold out right now on the Prima website. So if you're wanting to grab one, feel free to get one if you want to pour your own. And then also, I did load up into the buy now section just these, and just these, in case you just want to snag a couple of rabbits and you want me to make them for you. You've been wanting to try? Okay, Bloodroot Vintage, let's go. Let's do this. This is my favorite because it dries so fast. With that being said, I mix it up in very tiny batches because it dries so fast. It will cure in your cup if you're not careful. I used my mold a little bit this morning. I've been pouring my little heart out this morning, but it's cleanish, you know. I want to make sure it's dust-free, dirt-free. Mine looks good. I just used it. And then we are going to mix equal parts of A and B. You'll see the A and the B on the bottle. It comes with these convenient little cups, and then I just go grab a plastic, like Solo cup or whatever, to pour out of. You could use glass, you could reuse silicone. Do not use styrofoam. Okay, causes a chemical reaction. Get your little notepad out. I'm gonna go ahead and fill these very full. I noticed that to fill these both completely, I need basically these completely full. So bear with me while I concentrate. Did somebody win? Yay, Stanley. Stanley, I hope you like rabbits. Hope you like rabbits. And then I'm gonna show you how I glue it on to the project. We're gonna paint a project. We're gonna complete a mold project from start to finish today. Are you guys excited? Thanks for being here. There's a ton of items in my buy now section. So if you get overwhelmed too, you can always categorize the items in my buy now section. We can look at that in a little bit. Okay, so I have equal parts A and B here. Oh, I forgot my stir stick. Let me grab that. It's always one thing, you know? Got it. I was pouring in my kitchen because my kitchen counters are actually level. You're so welcome. I have more of those to give away today too, so stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna pour equal parts of A and B into our empty cup. And then we're gonna stir, honestly, the directions say a minute. I've been going, yeah, let's not do that. I've been going like 45 seconds because if it starts to set up too soon and you haven't poured it, then it's gonna set in your cup. So I stir about 45 seconds or so until there's no streaks left in there, till it's all mixed in one color. And once I pour this, I will double check comments. Good morning, small town. How are you? We're doing a little epoxy molds today. All right, so then we're just gonna take and pour right into our mold. Like I said, this is a little uneven, so I'm gonna have to be cautious here. I kind of like to start in some of the smaller spots too, because they're a little harder to fill. Oh, I've never done this live, a pouring. First time for everything. And if you accidentally get a little bit off the edge, don't panic. It's okay. I prefer if I accidentally, like I poured just a little bit off the edge, I'm just gonna let that dry and then I'll trim it off when it's dry. It's not hard. But rather than trying to wipe it off. And then I take my stick and I kind of pull through its ears. If you need to, you guys can swipe the comments out of the way there on the screen and you can zoom in by pinching the screen. If you wanna see what I'm doing a little bit better. How's my angle on everything and my lighting? We're in a new spot today if you didn't notice. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this epoxy through the ear, and the kit comes with a popsicle stick. Of course, you can find these everywhere too. Whatever kind of little stick you have, a silicone stick, whatevs. And then drag it through the feet to make sure its little paws get in there. And then I come down here and make sure that I'm pretty level. I don't want it to be concave, and I don't want it to be converse. That's not the right word. What's the right word? Sometimes too, they have like little droppers. Convex. Oh, I was so close. They have little droppers where you could suck a little bit out of it in case you pour too much. So there's different little like epoxy kits you can pick up at the craft store and on Amazon. Okay, and now I'm gonna pour into the hair over here, and it's already starting to pour a little slower. You can see it's gonna start setting really soon. I gotta quit yapping. Shut up, Brie. So I want it to be nice and level, not convex and not concave. Good thing I'm pretty, right? I got my hair cut yesterday. Did you guys notice? Look, do you see it change in color? It's setting. Boom, that was just like in the nick of time. And that's why I don't mix up, like that was almost too much because now I kind of basically wasted all this. If I wouldn't have been yapping, I would have hurried up and poured that into a smaller mold, but that's how quick it sets. So just mix a little tiny bit at a time. And even if you accidentally only fill half this rabbit, you can leave it like that and then mix up a little bit more and fill the rest. And that way you're not wasting product. Because it sets fast. But that's why I love it. Because then in like 10, 15 minutes, You pop it right out and you've got this. Look at all that amazing detail. Beautiful. He has kind of scary eyes when he's not painted, but we'll take care of that. Okay, y'all, I am going to start a paper ephemera giveaway just as a thank you for being here and being patient with me and my schedule. Kelly, you're not usually on Wednesday mornings, right? Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side and we're gonna let it cure over here. But look, that's how fast it cures, and then it starts turning colors. I have the tan one here today. This is the tan. I like it to cure a little slower. The white cures even faster. Do they get bubbles? No. So I'm not like an epoxy. You know, there might be a couple tiny little ones, but I'm not an epoxy professional. But look, I don't. You know what? I'm not like the best epoxy pourer in the world. And look how easy. So I've used clear epoxy before too. That like, you know, if you watch the professionals, they sit there with a pin and like, blah, blah, blah. This does really well. And also, if you don't stir it very hard when you're mixing it, mix it nice and slow. Okay, it's not a race. If you stir it really fast, then you get the bubbles in it. Cool. What's up, Marcia? All right, so once you have your molds poured, it takes them about, 15 minutes or so, up to 30 to set. You want to make sure the ears or like the very far edges of whatever mold you're using is very opaque. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this mold on flash sale if anybody wants to grab one. I have other molds listed as well, so if hairs aren't your thing, I wanted to show you these. There's some frames in there, little mini frames, which you could do a million projects with. The actual mold looks like, oh, it's in the kitchen. Hot dang, hot dang. Hold on a second. It's probably the apron. Is it the apron? Here's what it looks like. Isn't this amazing? Then you can paint them with a little rub and buff, make them look like metal, paint them with DIY paint and get them all good in French country. Look how easy they pop out too. After everything dries, boop, just like that. And it's really addictive. Once you start pouring molds and popping them out, you just want to do it over and over and over. I've got these beautiful lady heads in here, vintage ladies. I have a YouTube video up of using these a couple of years ago. I make it look easy. April, it's not me, it's this. It's the amazing casting resin, non-spons. Seriously, I've tried other epoxy before and I end up with a mess. So here's what we're looking like. They're already to the point where I can kind of tilt it without it running. That's how fast it dries. It reminds me a little bit of Elmer's glue when it gets to this stage. Thank you so much for your purchase. Okay, so on this one, I went ahead on this little scoop. I glued on one of our hair molds, and I kind of actually am just digging this two-tone. I don't hate it, but we're gonna paint it. Do you guys want to paint it like a pastel-y Easter color? What are we thinking? What color are we thinking? We want to paint our bunny today, yeah? With a little bit of white wax and give it like a fun springy Eastery feel and a little bit of white lavender with it. Okay, pink or blue? Or yellow? Pink, blue, or light yellow? Someone asked about the backs for the frames. Okay, hold on just a second. I'll be happy to help in just a second. Pink, yellow, blue. Ah! All right, we're gonna do pink. Y'all always want pink from me, and I think I have one open. What was the question on the back of the frames? I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm still working on my coffee. Have you found backers for the frame? Oh, barn mouse. So what I usually do is actually just use what did I do with them? There. Covered it up with the mold. I usually just use a thick, heavy cardstock and a little bit of transfer in mine. That's how I always DIY. And then I just make the cardstock, about yay big. That way it doesn't show from the front and you don't have to cut this like elaborate edge. You could, of course, always trace that elaborate edge too. Use an X-Acto knife or whatever, cut out something a little more fitted for it. I usually just use cardstock. What do you guys use when you do, kickstands? That's a great question. I'll hunt for them. Let me screenshot that. I've never looked at kickstands before. I put just little hangers for the wall and stuff. But if you guys have done little small DIY frame projects before, drop your suggestions in the chat about backers and kickstands. Yeah, no, I never even thought about it before, Barn Mouse. Or I will use like those little photo frame holders, you know? Okay, we're gonna paint it. I did want to show you real quick though how I glue on the molds quickly. Read up a little more. Jeez, what I missed. Gooser! Look, Gooser's always the ephemera though. Just tell me. What's the stuff you put on the wood to condition it? Which wood? Which wood? I have hemp oil and other stuff. I have wax in my bin right now. The hemp oil isn't loaded, but at the end of the show, I can definitely sell some hemp oil if you want to talk about that. Goosey, that was ephemera. You got some junk journal ephemera. And these aren't wood molds, actually. This is an epoxy resin. They're super easy to use. I am multicasting on Facebook and YouTube, so actually I just poured this live for everybody. And you missed it because it was that fast. It sets up in 10 minutes. It's the quick cast epoxy resin. If you want to see, or the amazing casting resin, I'm sorry. If you want to see the direct link to this, go to my Facebook, Upcycle by Bree Facebook, and there's a direct link to this so you don't have to guess. There is tan and white linked on my Facebook. Very easy to pour, sets in like 10 to 15 minutes, and then you just pop it right out. I'll pop this out for you guys after it is fully secured. Cool. Petticoat pink, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, everybody be sure to follow my mods. Hoda the Mo is in here helping, trying to keep me in check today. Farmhouse Friar's popping in and out. She's also getting ready for her thing. That's the thing. Okay, this is my petticoat pink. It's been on my shelf for a couple years. I'm not even gonna lie. Did you make your apron? No, Jamie Ray Vintage made this years ago, and she doesn't make them anymore, and you can't have it. But thank you for the compliment. Isn't it amazing? I need some more grain sacks, and I bet we could figure out how to make them. That wasn't very nice, was it? Okay, how I glue these on quickly. I love a combination, when I'm gluing onto wood, a combination of Gorilla wood glue, and then I use Star Bond with the accelerator. This is my favorite quick combo. Sometimes I use super glue and hot glue if I'm doing like a ceramic project or a different textile besides wood. I'm gonna take this rabbit and we're gonna glue him right onto this clipboard. And I put a little greenery in there, and we're not painting this one. I just think that's freaking adorable. Is it not? And then even, should I put him down a little lower so there's even room for like ephemera right here? What do we think? High, in the middle, or low? Low, that's what I thought too. And then I can clip a little, you guys like it low. Get low. Focus. Okay, so what I do with my molds, and if you can't see, swipe the comments out of the way by doing that on your phone. Watch. Oh, they're gone, but my picture will still be there. And you can zoom by pinching. So I take a little bit of wood glue, and honestly, Bree uses the finger application a lot here. Asked if the wood chicken mold would be easy to use for this. Oh, I see. Thank you. I missed that. I'm not seeing any of these questions because I'm looking down. Those wood chicken molds would not be great for epoxy unless you have a mold release. I have only ever poured into a silicone mold. So I would say if you're an expert epoxy pourer, but I still don't know exactly how mold release works. I've never used it before. I can do a little bit of research into that for you as well. The Black Swan in the buy now. Of course. It's yay big. Head for size comparison. There she is. They're resin made to look like carved wood, and they're absolutely beautiful. There's a couple different styles in there. Now, the little swan, the little white swan with the curved neck is smaller. She's only this big, but all the other ones are that big. And I don't have everything from my buy now section right here, but I have a few things. Okay, so I take the wood glue and I spread it all around here on the mold. I kind of avoid the edges because then I'm going to, this is why I love wearing my apron. I'm gonna put it in the pocket so I don't get it all over myself. Do you see that? See that trick? My pocket's not gonna open later. I'm gonna be like, what the heck? Okay, now I'm gonna take, this is Star Bond super glue. You guys can use whatever you want as far as glue goes. If you're gonna use like just an E6000 or a slower drying glue, you might wanna tape it down and then let the project sit for a while, you know, before you go to mess with it. I like to do the super glue on there because it dries instantly. So I'm just taking super glue around the edge, and I've got my wood glue in the middle for my extra, extra, extra secure hold. This is an accelerator, and I've never sprayed it on anything and had it like mess up the surface. But I've never sprayed it like on a painted surface. I will say that. So I'm just gonna spray the accelerator here on the board, and that just helps the super glue like dry faster. With that being said, you got to make sure you put it in the spot you want it. Let me focus. Middle, low, place it. Ah! All right, then hopefully I didn't do too much wood glue. See how like thin I spread the wood glue, that way it doesn't squish out. All right, there we go. I got a little extra glue right there between the ears. So I'm gonna take just a little corner of a paper towel while it's still wet. Kind of wipe that. And then I'm just gonna give this a couple little presses. I don't want to slide it around. And then I gotta find some ephemera for it. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, so that's, no, honey, I don't paint the swans. I buy those wholesale. We could paint one someday, make it look different. I did, however, gosh, I'm squirreling. I did, however, paint half this bunny for last week's project. These are in the Buy It Now, and we didn't finish it. So maybe we'll finish that too today. We got a little time. Okay, so that's glued on. Look how cute. Just a very, very easy way to add something extra to your projects, right? Not hard at all. And I know a lot of people are intimidated by the molds. No, it's not. I can't offer the reduced shipping when I'm selling DIY paint on my shows. Bummer. But it is only $9.21 up to 5 pounds, which get you like a few jars and a mold for sure. Oh, shit. Okay, questions so far. So this one has been glued on all morning and curing nicely. So we're gonna paint it. We're gonna use DIY paint today. Drop an emoji, or actually let's make it easy. Drop a 1 in the chat if you have never seen me use DIY paint. You've never seen DIY paint before. Do I have anybody brand new to DIY paint? Wow, sweet. I got the OGs up in here today. I got a couple newbies. Okay. Couple newbies. Awesome. So girls, the ones of you that haven't used DIY paint before, have you used other paints? Are you crafters? Are you just here hanging out? No wrong answer. DIY paint is hands down my favorite. I carry 2 lines. This is a clay-based paint, and then I have a powdered milk paint. You've used others. Cool. Well, I'd like to see what you think about this. So clay-based paint, it is super thick and highly pigmented, which means coverage is really, really great. But it also means you can like water it down and play with it in different ways, but your pigment is so strong that your color stays there, even if you have to water it down. So this jar has been sitting on my shelf for like 2 years now. And we've got just a little bit of drying out around the edge, but you can see this is a very shelf stable paint too. Not even gonna lie, no smell, doesn't even, that was risky. No smell, nothing bad. It is an all natural paint. So I do prefer to take my paint and pour it out into another container instead of double dipping my brush a bunch, because if you contaminate it and it sits, it can get a little smelly, you know? It happens. That happens to junk paint too. So I am gonna pour out, I'm gonna be a good girl today. We're gonna pour out just a little bit of paint into this cup, and that'll help me avoid any chunks too, in case there are any. Petticoat pink is all loaded up in my bin. I have 8, 16, and 32 ounce sizes. As a prior creative studio owner, DIY paint is the best. Let's go. Look at that review. Okay, sounds good. So I did clean this project out earlier. It's just plain wood. I used Windex. That's it. Just Windex to wipe it down. That was it. DIY paint will stick to anything, but I did give it a good wipe down because I thrifted this. I'm going to start with the inside of the project. Where's my heat gun? Okay, it's over there. And we'll dry it up a little bit with a heat gun. This is a Klingon R12 brush. It's a round brush, and it has a nice small tip on the end, so it's very good for getting down into those corners. This is the one I use mostly on my thrift flips. And I think I got this little piece at the thrift store for a couple bucks. Of course, we'll have to fill it with just a little something. Maybe we'll put a nest in there. Some florals. Here's what our coverage is looking like so far. Pretty good. Have y'all been crafting any spring stuff? I was doing pretty good there, and then I got real busy again. But I got a new shipping gal who is here and working 3 days a week, and that's given me time to load up all the paint and the molds and get crafty. So I'm just gonna go right over this mold, right on over that baby. When I glued this one on, I might have not pressed it down quite hard enough. There might be just a little hair of the space between the mold and the wood. I'll show you my little trick for that. Usually I'll just use a little extra wax. You can't really notice. Like right there by the ear, you see there's a little space. It'll be okay though. I got this. I'll show you how to fool the eye. And I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I do like a nice flush finish. That little extra press down after you get it set on your project that's why I do that little extra press kind of all around the piece. You can see on this one, it's better. Oh, the other thing with this amazing casting resin, it has a special, like, whatever agent, it's got some special agent in it, special agent, that when you heat it up, it becomes pliable again without falling apart or like completely melting. So then after it's set, you can warm it up with a hair dryer and even mold it around a curved surface. I usually do a coat and a half. It kind of depends if I'm looking for full coverage or if I'm going to be distressing the piece back a lot. So I'll probably do a coat and a half on this one. But yeah, it's good thick coverage. I don't know if anything's truly one coat, you know. Unless you want a really chippy look, you're just going willy-nilly with it. I am going to try to get my brush strokes kind of all go in the same direction around this guy. DIY paint is a thicker paint, so you will catch brush strokes and texture, which I absolutely love. I'm just kind of evening out my brush strokes around him. Hi from Carrie. What's up, Carrie? How are you? Facebook, YouTube, if you guys are hanging out and you want to chat and you want to win giveaways and stuff today, hop on over here. Hop on over. See what I did there? Hop on over here to Whatnot. Hang out with us today. We'll do a couple projects. All the other molds are also listed up in the buy now. So if you've got your eye on one and you want me to knock $1 off, throw it on flash sale for you, feel free to ask. I got you. I've got you. And then if you guys enjoy these, I will place an order for some other ones. I wonder if they make bees. I think bees would be cute. I'm going to go ahead and leave the back of this project unpainted, I do believe, because it is a wall hanger. And sometimes when you paint the back of projects that hang on the wall, paint can transfer over onto your wall paint and stuff. So I'll paint the bottom, but I think I'll leave the back with this one unfinished. Did I seal? No, honey, all I did was clean this. It looks like it had, you know, probably a little bit of a top coat on it. But I didn't have to rough up the top coat or anything. No sanding, no prep, just a little wipe down with Windex was all. Now, if I'm doing a big furniture piece, you know, if I'm commissioning a big piece for somebody working on grandma's antiques, there's a little more prep work that goes into that. But on these little thrift flips, it's very simple. Can you hear me now? Could you hear me the whole time? This has some little divots in the wood, which is cute. We'll distress around that just a little bit. No, you couldn't. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I got a phone call. I forgot to go do not disturb this morning. I turned it on though. That won't happen again. My bad. I don't get very many phone calls. Almost got paint in my hair. That was close. We're still clean. Now, the tricky part is going to be getting on the inside of this one. So don't mind my focus face. I get it on my face doing this. Don't laugh at me. Man, I remember my furniture slinging days when I was painting a ton of items every week. I was covered in paint. All of my clothes had paint on them. My hair always had paint in it. Those were the days. All right. I'm going to dry this up real quick before I paint the bottom so I don't get it all over me. What's up, Drift and Dream? How are you? If y'all need me to pin any products, anything I'm using, you're having a hard time finding them, feel free to ask. I got you. This is my heat gun. I'm only using this to speed up the process. You don't have to dry your paint faster. You can sit and let it dry naturally. You can use a hair dryer. You can use the sunshine. You can use a box fan. Painting the hair is a trademark of a good artist. Yeah. Yeah. And, oops. I bumped it somewhere right there. Also, dipping your paintbrush in your coffee. If you haven't done that, you're not a true artist yet. Be careful with your heat gun, especially if it's running like that. It's really not very safe. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, when you're using a heat gun, also watch your paint bristles, your paintbrush bristles, watch your cell phones, watch your plastic paint containers. Do not melt your stuff. You'll be very mad at yourself. I'm just gonna use this heat gun real quick and dry this paint up a little faster, just so we can keep moving. My hair looks good, thank you. I got a cut yesterday. I feel like she cut quite a bit off of it. Am I tripping? It's kind of short, but it's healthy. It needed it bad. She did good. What not to do? What not to do? She didn't do bad. It was crazy too, you guys. We have mutual people in common from the town I used to live in. It was wild. And the more we kept talking, the more we were like looking at each other, like that's crazy coincidence stuff. It was wild. She was really nice, so I found a new hairdresser. I don't know, maybe I should paint the back just so it looks completed. We'll talk. We'll talk about it. What y'all doing this weekend? Anything exciting? My weekends with Elena were off. She had some stuff going on, and I'm not going to have her this weekend. So guess what? Shopping, BYOV, it's happening. Bookmark tomorrow morning show. I'm going to do a sit and sell tomorrow morning with some amazing, I'm going to put together some little mini bundles and mini binnies for you. No shelves today, but come back this weekend. And tomorrow I'll also give you some sneak peeks, finally, seriously, of build your own vignette stuff. It's happening March 7th. It's probably like 6:30 p.m., maybe 5:30. It's just go bookmark it and we'll get the final time nailed down. But in the evening, March 7th, we're gonna do build your own vignette. Farmhouse Fryer will be here. She's gonna help me with things. It's gonna be a good time. And I have some amazing stuff. It's insane. A couple weeks ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like overloaded with inventory right now, which is a great problem. Super happy about that. But then I realized, never mind. That happened for a reason because BYOV is right around the corner. I don't think I have any shelves in my bin today. At one point, I had some heart shelves and stuff in there. I think they've all sold out. Thank you for asking. If you come back this weekend, I might have a few loaded up into my bin by then. After today's show, I'm going to run over to the little antique store here in town and just browse. It's been about 6 weeks since I've been to that one. I need to start filming a little more content for my next YouTube video. I put up a YouTube video Saturday. So if you haven't watched that yet, go check that out. Upcycle by Brie on YouTube. And I'll have like 500 painting videos up. What's up, JC Vintage and Decor? How are you? Okay, guys, it's time for another giveaway courtesy of Array. How was your show, honey? What were you selling? When's your next one? Tell us all about it. This giveaway, we're going to do another round of the molds. Hop in there. Hop in there. Okay, here. We'll just pull them out. So we're using molds today. We're using Redesign with Prima molds and amazing quick casting resin. This is going to be the giveaway, right? Meow. They pull out right like that. Now this ear bent just a little when I pulled it out because it's not quite 100% cured. There's a little extra right there. Like I said, I accidentally poured it. Look how easy. If you accidentally make a little boo-boo, you just pull it off just like that. So that's how easy they are to remove from their molds. All right, that's the giveaway. Get in there. Thank you so much for the raid. When's your next show? Tell us all about it. All right, y'all, let me dry up the bottom. I'll show you what one coat looks like, and then we'll get our second coat on there. I'm so excited, though. I'm very excited for Fryer to be here. I did not make the color Drift and Dream. This is a DIY paint, Petticoat Pink. I'm going to pin this color at the bottom of the screen for you. This is the 8-ounce size. This 8-ounce will cover mini thrifted projects or like a small side table. Let me see if I can dry and pin at the same time. Okay, Petticoat Pink is pinned down below. That's the 8-ounce size. If you want a larger size, I'll be happy to pin that as well. Oh, the color of the resin. No, I didn't. This is the tan color in the quick casting resin. But if you guys go to, $3.90 Afghans, amazing. Thank you so much for bringing your friends over. If you go to my Facebook page, Upcycle by Brie Facebook, the first post you see, I went ahead and just dropped the links to those two, so it's not hard to find. I don't have them loaded up here and whatnot because it's kind of expensive and I can't get it at a discounted rate. And I don't want to have to charge you guys more, and you know what I mean. So that's the only thing I don't have in my bin, but it is, I think it's $40 for this kit. I have poured 10 of each bunny at least and some other things, and I'm down to here. So it goes quite a ways as well. And then they have like big old jugs of it. They have big old jugs of it if you want to be a little more efficient, cost efficient, but I didn't need that much. Okay, so here's what we look like after one coat of paint. You can see there's a little bit of wood showing through, but that coverage is really good. I know, isn't he cute on there? And then I'm going to use some wax to make him pop a little bit too. So we're going to do one more coat of paint. I am going to, my paint's a little thick. Paint's a little thick. I was going to water it down just a little bit. Like I said, my particular can of paint has been sitting over here for, don't judge me, 2 years. But if it feels a little thick or you want it to go on just a little smoother, a couple drops of water in there. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. But here's the consistency. I don't have a pink up here. You know, of when it's not sitting on your shelf for 2 years. It's not too thick. Okay, let's go back in. Let's get a quick second coat on. I would call this like a half coat. It's not like full coverage. I'm just covering up those spots I missed. And even though you can't really see the inside inner edge corner here or whatever, I'm still going to paint it because you want it to look complete, you know? Especially if you're going to gift it or if you're like in a booth and people are going to be picking things up and looking all over them. What do we think about the back though? I just don't want pink paint to transfer onto your walls. I don't think I'm going to paint the back. I hate when that happens in my home. So precious. Anybody going to killer estate sales this weekend? Somebody tease me. I need to look and see what we've got going on here. I haven't hit a good estate sale for a while. It's been so cold, but we've got like 50s, 60s here this week. It's been very nice. The Klingon Arch Bulb brush is also loaded up in the Buy Now section. I love Klingon brushes. They're really user-friendly and super easy to clean. I am not a great brush owner. I like to just pop them in the sink in a cup of water for, you know, a month. Not really. For a day. Before I get to them. And the Klingons can take that. They can handle that. If you are new to a Klingon and you get them, do not remove the gray strings that are tied around the bristles. That is what helps keep those strings like in there forever, or those bristles in there forever. No shedding with these brushes. Ooh, who's gonna get the molds? The hair molds. I'm a bluefish. Let's go. Congratulations. I will send you a set of the hair molds. The sit-up guy and the hood. You can't wait for Rutledge? Oh, I might see you there. It's in April, right? That's our first one is April. Might see you there. Flea market season is right around the corner here in the Midwest. And then there's Sparks, the big one that happens twice a year that I love to go to around here too. Okay. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Just getting a second coat on. This wood is very, very porous, so I'm having to kind of like stipple in a couple places to really get down into that grain. You see right there. I want to make sure I'm not doing it. I might do a little distressing on the edges on this, but for the most part, I want full coverage. I really should get a paint shirt going. That way I can just wipe it on my clothes. Oh, I was watching Facebook the other day, and there was a lady who was doing portraits at a wedding. And she's painting, and then to clean her brush, she just wipes it on her beautiful gown that she's wearing for the wedding. Just, I wonder if she sells the dresses afterwards. Killer. Do it. Wipe it on my shirt. Fryer. I just got these. These are my new sensory favorite shirts. So welcome. This is what you guys are going to see all spring. I have 4 different colors. Anybody else do that? You find something you like and you buy it in every color. Make a smiley face. Wow. $50 tip. They were expensive shirts. What's up, Holly House? How are you? How was your show? Thank you so much for the raid. I'm going to start a paper ephemera giveaway courtesy of our raid from the Holly House. If you like old paper, hop in here. If you're a junk journaler especially, I'm sure you will like what you see. If you like old paper, hop in there. I'll send you a fun mix of ephemera if you win. How was your show, Holly's House? Thanks for picking me for the raid. My name's Bree, owner and artist of Upcycle by Bree, and today we're painting. We're doing some projects. You're just in time. We haven't even finished this one yet. Okay, so here's 2 coats of paint. Let us know when your next show is in the chat. We'll come bookmark it. Let us know what you sell. Here's 2 coats. You can see our coverage is much better. Isn't he cute, Fryer? Did you see this one, Fryer? I think you were gone. Look, I just glued the mold right onto the clipboard. OMG. I mean, there's a few molds left, girl. There's a few molds left. Ooh, right? I think I'm going to find a little piece of ephemera or something to kind of stick right there. There's an art studio that has everything under the sun, and you create with the paint. You wipe the palette on the wall. Oh, man. I want to find artist palettes to stage up with my brushes. Somebody had a bunch and sold them a while back, but I wasn't in the room. Yeah, I bet you do. I wasn't even there, bro. I remember coming back into your show and I was like, oh, but they were a pretty penny. All right, let's try this paint. I'm a yapping. Thank you guys for hanging out on these crafting shows. I'm so glad you're loving them. Look, I've made 15 sales. Crafting's back 2026. I told you we were gonna do it. Told you. Thank you guys so much. There are other molds in the bin too. If rabbits aren't your thing, I have some beautiful ladies' heads in there. I have some steampunk hearts. I have the gorgeous frames. There's lavender in there. There's roses. So lots of options. Okay, we got to talk about this. I'm afraid if I only white wax this, the rabbit's not going to pop enough. Maybe I'll dark wax around him. Maybe we'll dark wax this. White wax or dark wax? Now I'm having decision fatigue. Dark. Okay, we'll dark wax it. I'll put clear and dark on it. Dark. I hear you. Thank you. Oh, I got to take my second dose of 50,000 IUs of vitamin D this morning, so I'm feeling real good. I feel it coursing through my veins. If you weren't here Sunday, I got labs done, and my vitamin D levels are deficient. So that's why I think I've been feeling like crap so much the past forever. We figured it out. But show must go on, right? We ball. All right, here we go. We've got some full coverage going here. What are we thinking? What are we, right, girl? Kelly, oh yeah, you said you went and got vitamins this morning. If you guys have been tired and your nails have been brittle and your hair's been falling out and you've been sad, take a vitamin D pill. This summer is going to be great. I can feel it. I'm going to be in the sun. I also signed up for a gym membership until I can get back into my regular fitness stuff. So that way I can at least go like do some leg stuff and see real human beings. I love you guys. I got kidney stones from my vitamin D. Oh no, crazy bunny lady. Well, I know you can overdose. I was like, what if I take 50,000 IUs every day? Because what's better than one? You can't do that. You can't do that. But what you can do, and I'm no doctor, I just did my own research, right? What you can do is take other supplements to help the absorption of the vitamin D, and then that way, hopefully, it's not too much on your little kidneys. But listen to your doctor, of course. Be a baddie by the summer, right? Yeah, you got this. Halfway there. What's going on, friends? We're painting today. I'm going to leave the back of this unpainted because it's a wall hanger. Okay? If you end up purchasing it and you really want me to paint the back, I got you. I'll do it before I ship it. I won't argue you on it. Hop in the paper ephemera giveaway, 14 seconds. I'm giving away some other fun stuff today, so I'm getting paint all over my riser. What helps it absorb? I'm taking calcium and vitamin A. K2 is also like really good to take with your D3, but a lot of D3 already has K2 in it. Laura, congratulations. But of course, do your research and talk to your doctors. Fryer and I were joking the other day. Like after like the summer and everything I've been through, I'm basically a doctor now. Basically figured it out. All right, here we go. Not really. Here we go. 2 coats of paint. Looking good. Looking great. Now, after you get your clay paint on, you need to seal it. It's not sealed right now, and it's a water-soluble paint. So if I took a wet rag, say I spilled a little something on there, and I took a wet rag and wiped it off, and it's not sealed, your paint's gonna come off. But if you seal it, it won't. I am gonna get a little piece of sandpaper here. Jeez, every time I come over here, something falls. I swear it sounds worse than it is. That was just an aluminum lid. Kelly, that's the corner that you gotta work. I know. You already know. Okay, I'm gonna use a little sandpaper, and then I have clear wax. You're gonna have so much fun over here. There's stuff that I don't even realize I have, so you better not be putting nothing in your pocket. What does my apron say? It's an old grain sack. Bemis, or no, Cincinnati Seamless. It's an old grain sack that somebody sewed into an apron. Isn't that lovely? I should figure out how to make these because you guys ask about it every time I wear them. I was like, what's in my pockets? That's from my booth. I haven't had my booth for years. I used to wear this when I worked my booth. Okay. More nostalgic for me than you guys. Somebody go, ah. Everything falling always sounds like glass is like shattering. Thank you. Thank you for being nostalgic with me. I got some wet paint right there. I'm gonna wipe that off. Okay, y'all. Focus. 240 grit sandpaper. I just ripped the little piece off to make it manageable. There's a couple little divots in the wood right there. You see them like built in. I'm just gonna hit them to stress it back to the wood. Since we're gonna dark wax this, I'm gonna bring just a little bit of that wood back. You guys could also just use a wet rag if you wanted to make life easier. Is that a terrible sound? Just a little tiny bit. Not too much, right? Oh, look how pretty. Oh. If you guys have never painted before and you're wanting to get into painting, I will say DIY paint is super user friendly. You get a lot of bang for your buck because the coverage is so good. You can water it down. You can paint fabric with it. Basically dye fabric with it because it's so pigmented. Glass, wood, metal, sticks to everything. And then I also sell the milk paint. I have not quite got every single color loaded into my buy now section yet, but that's the next product line. So here pretty soon, you guys are going to be able to get in my buy now and buy whatever paint colors. All of these colors are in my buy now right now. So if you see a color behind me and you're like, girl, can I see that blue behind you, or can you show me your greens or whatever? They're all loaded up in the bin now for easy purchasing. Took me 5 hours to do that. So I hope you guys love me. You're driving and watching Roseberry Picks. Put the whatnot down. I thought you were going to say you wrecked or something. Please be careful. I'm multicasting on Facebook and YouTube. You can watch the replay later. Okay, now I'm getting like, now I'm having fun. Now I want to distress a little bit more. Hold on. Now we're having a good time. So when I distress, I think about the edges and the corners, things that, oops, would accidentally get bumped over time, over and over. Oops. You know what I mean? So corners, edges, that's where the distressing happens. Clumsy me. A little bit up here, and then we're going to clear wax it. So I always distress before I wax. If you try to sandpaper over your wax, it gets gummy, and it's not the right order. So you're going to distress first. A lot of texture right here, so I'm just going to smooth it a little. All right, there we go. Now we're distressed. Okay. Just cleaned in here. I need to get my little ladybug vacuum out. All the espresso. Woo, all the espresso grounds are right at the bottom of that. We're going to be awake now. Wake up. All right, clear wax. Let's do it. DIY wax is hands down my favorite. Even sometimes when I'm using the Milk paint line, I use the DIY wax. Where did I put my paint key? It was tied to my table, and the last time I used it, the jute broke off of it. Okay, DIY wax. It is a clear wax. It might appear slightly off-white here, but when it dries, it's completely clear. It is soft. It is buttery smooth. It is not liquidy. It is so user-friendly, VOC-free, all natural. So if you get a little on your skin, it's not going to stink, not going to hurt you, none of that stuff. In fact, all of the DIY paint is VOC-free. So if you want to paint with the grandkids or grandma, if your dog comes over and licks your project, it's not going to be the end of the world. I mean, it might mess with your project, but your dog will be fine. Ask me how I know. I love to use chip brushes when I'm doing my waxing because I hate cleaning wax out of brushes. I do have the 1 and 2 inch chip brushes loaded up in my bin as well if you just want to grab one here today, but you can find these very easily at your craft store. I don't prefer to paint with these because the bristle quality is not great. Unless you want a lot of texture and like you want to stipple and like create a lot of texture, then they're amazing. So I'm just going to use a little bit of wax here on my brush. Yeah, Maisie loves to mess with my projects. She used to go and sit on the drop cloth because I used to paint furniture inside. So cute. I have a million pictures of her, but then she can talk here in the paint. Okay, watch this. When I go to put this wax on, the paint is going to darken up a little bit. And that's okay. It's just kind of slightly reactivating the paint. As it dries, it will lighten back up again. You just need one very light, even coat. So just that easy. Now that side is sealed. Takes about 12 hours to dry completely. It takes, 24 hours or so to cure overnight. I only did one coat on that side. I can tell the second I put the paint on or the wax on, you can see through it. So not the end of the world. I just swirled a little bit. I'm going to slap some paint right over that wax. Generally, I wouldn't recommend that. This is just a little thrifted project, though. It's not going to hurt anything. If that was Grandma's Antique Buffet and I did that on accident, I would have cleaned all that wax off. I would have sanded it back a little bit and fixed it. But also, if it was Grandma's Buffet, I wouldn't have done that. I would have been more careful. So that's how easy and user-friendly this is. If you're new and you're like, I'm scared I'm going to mess it up, you're not going to mess this paint up. You're not. Let me just re-dry that paint and then we'll wax that side. So even if it appears like you have full coverage on your project, I kind of like to go in with that second or like half coat or whatever, just to avoid that problem. Because as soon as you seal it, that's where you're going to see any spots where you missed. There are squirrels literally running around outside this window. Oh, I'm literally squirreling. They're cute. They're massive and gray here. Oh, what color are y'all squirrels? I didn't realize until I was like 20 something years old that squirrels are different colors in different places. Ours are gray right here in Missouri. And in Kansas, they were like brown. Light brown. Yeah, they're gray here. You'll see. It's wild. We have black squirrels here too. All right, there we go. Whew. Phew. Problem solved. Easy peasy. Okay, and now I'm gonna go on the inside. Hard to show you guys this angle. I'm doing exactly what I did on the outside. Oh, you could also use a clean cloth or like a Viva cloth paper towel to wax, if that's your vibe. One even coat. So it is important to do a nice even light coat. If you I missed a spot right there too. If you accidentally get I haven't waxed right here yet though, so that's good. If you accidentally get too much wax in one spot, it's going to dry unevenly and dry kind of splotchy. It will even out over time, but it's better to get just a nice thin even coat of wax in the first place rather than freak out over a splotchy drying job. I missed another spot. Some little red April squirrels are mean. Aw. These guys are not social at all. I put corn out last year and now they just won't leave. But the picnic table, I had a little picnic table nailed to the tree that held the corn and it fell apart over the winter. So I'm gonna have to hook them up with something a little different. And then the bird feeder has been attracting all the tomcats. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep putting it out. I feel like I'm just setting a death trap for my little birds. Oh, a spring would work. How would I keep it in? Because they'll steal the whole thing if it's not secured. Rig something up. Okay, that's kind of warm. I'm going to give it just a hot second to cool down the bottom here. So this is just clear wax. That will completely seal your project. I could be done right here. And it could just be pink and a little distressed and cute, you know? But we're going to take it a step further and we're going to use a little dark wax on our project to emphasize our bunny a little bit and some of his details. Now, I put the clear wax over the bunny too. I'm going to do even just a little bit extra because that clear wax is going to act as a barrier for the dark wax. It's going to help me have a little more control over the dark wax. It helped me be able to wipe it back a little easier and make sure I'm not over dark waxing. I think my dark is over here. 1 second. Oh, it's right here. I already got it. Remember me? I am looking for that little yellow tin. Yes, Kelly, I do remember you. Hi. You found me at the thrift store the other day and you found me here and whatnot. I'll have the 10 for you on Sunday's show, okay? Today we're crafting. Tomorrow I have a little sell where I'm selling miniatures. But do you know how to bookmark shows yet? Probably not. Oh, that's amazing. I have a real life friend. I hope you use my link to sign up. Okay, go to my main profile. And this show right here on 3-1. Click the little flag up in the corner. Bookmark that. Whoops. Fat fingered it. 3-1. Bookmark that by clicking it. Boop. And I'll have your little 10 on Sunday. Yay! You're so welcome. Welcome to Whatnot. Welcome to your new addiction. It's a great time here. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we craft. My craft shows have been I've been moving the schedule around. But just bookmark all my shows. It's a lot. It is a lot, but you're going to love it here. Just stay here, okay? Just stay in this room. You won't be overwhelmed today. Stop looking so cute in my thumbnails. Oh, snap. Okay. Clear waxed, dark waxed. Kelly, I was talking about you the other day. And the man behind us that was trying to steal the shoes. It was a crazy day at the Salvation Army. Jerk. That's why prices keep going up there. Okay, y'all. So now I'm just using some artist brushes. They're not very clean. I'm gonna use a chip brush. I'm just gonna use some artist brushes here and a little chip brush action. This is the dark wax, exact same consistency as the clear, but it is brown or dark. And this is what's going to start giving us a lot of emphasis. As you can see, that's a lot. That's a lot of pigment. So by putting that coat of clear wax down first, it is going to help us be able to control the amount of dark. So I'm going to get literally the tiniest bit of dark wax on the tip of this brush, and I'm going to work on the bunny first. He was an eye roller. Well, I mean, you know, shouldn't be stealing, buddy. Now I'm just going to stipple right over the bunny. I'm just stippling here, just a stipple. And I'm going to put wax on the whole piece, not just the bunny, but we're going to start with the bunny. Okay, so now I got wax over this whole bunny, and I'm going to take a clean paper towel, and I'm going to wipe back the excess. And then that's going to leave that dark wax down in the details and make all of those details pop so much more. Ah. Now, next step is I'm just going to take that same brush. Usually I'll set a paper towel like here so I can kind of offload a little bit of my wax. And I'm going to work around him, kind of blend him in. So I'm going to work down in the cracks in the sides of this project, kind of where natural dust or dirt or age would sit faster. Add a little dimension to the piece. And then I'm just going to kind of lightly brush around him to kind of help that dark wax start blending in. Now, it's still a little dark, like right here. Maybe it's a little bit much. So then I'm going to take a little more of my clear, and I'm going to kind of go over that spot with my clear a little bit. Then I can take my paper towel and wipe back a little bit and almost erase some of that dark wax right there. See how I did that? It was a little too much right there for me. So you can play around. There's a little bit too much under the bottom for me, so I'm going to throw a little clear on it. And I'm just going to kind of wipe that back. And you can go back and forth with this. You know, you can add a little bit, remove a little bit, add a little bit. There's a lot right there in between his ears. So I'm just going to dig down in there, use the edge of my paper towel, kind of wipe back. So you can play around with it. You can move it around, but you can only move it around if you put the clear down first, okay? I got a raid. I'm so sorry. Who was it? Michael Anastasia. Thank you so much for the raid. Party of 8. Welcome in, friends. We're crafting today. I was deep in thought there, so sorry I didn't see the raid. How was your show? What were you selling? When's your next show? You tell us all about it. We'll come bookmark and follow you. It was your first show. Oh my gosh. I'm your first raid ever. I feel so special. I just started a paper ephemera giveaway courtesy of our raid. We're crafting today. Hi friends, my name's Bree. I'm the owner and artist of Upcycled by Bree. I've been on the app here for about 3 years, so I've done lots and lots of shows. I would love if you followed me. We're crafting today. Tomorrow I'm selling minis. Sunday I have a beautifully curated show, antiques and vintage decor. I'm so glad you had a great first show. Welcome to Whatnot. It is amazing here, and I'm sure you will continue to thrive. Thank you so much for the raid. Getting that ephemera giveaway. And if you guys have any questions, somebody just bought the clear wax, I see, about the products and how to find them in my buy now, I will happily pin them for you. I went ahead and just pinned the clear wax below. That's the smaller size down there, the 4 ounce. This is the larger size. This is 13.5 ounces. And it's $36. $34, even better. So it's even better bang for your buck if you want to use it on a lot of different projects. I get the bigger size. Okay, now I am gonna go in around the edge of this bunny, but I need an artist brush, one that isn't all gummed up. Here we go. I need a new set of artist brushes. So I'm gonna go in with just a little dark wax on my brush here, and I'm gonna go around the bunny, like around his ears a little bit. And then I'm going to work as I go and just kind of wipe back. So I want to emphasize them. I just didn't want too much. But you can really play around with this. Sometimes I use my finger. Yeah, that's even better. Sometimes I use my finger too. So I want more control. And the products are all natural, so you're not going to be getting a bunch of chemically waxed stuff all over your hands if you do this with DIY products, which I love. If you guys are having a hard time seeing what I'm doing, you can swipe left and get those comments out of the way, and then you can zoom by pinching the screen. So exciting. Do you have another show scheduled? Thank you, Stacy. I don't have any mods in here today. It's quiet, huh? Okay. You're the real MVP, Stacy. All right. Let me show you what I'm doing. Ah, look how good it's looking. Look how much depth and dimension. He's a little dark right here, too, on his face. So let me just, a little clear wax right there. Little white back. I could sit here and go back and forth with these for hours. What are we thinking so far? Let me know in the chat. Do you like the added look of the wax? Love it. Yay. Okay, now we just need to finish up dark waxing. So I got some here kind of in the creases. I'm just going to go around the four corners in the bottom. Even though it's the bottom of the project, again, just finish your projects up. You know, give them that finished feel. Come this far already, right? Boop. You know, just give it a little decrepit look down in there. Get in that givey. Do it. Do it. Do it. And then on the outside of the piece, I don't want it to be too decrepit. So I'm going to focus on the edges again, the edges and the corners. I'm just going to kind of do a little tiny touch. And I usually end up rubbing it in with my fingers. You can rub it in with a cloth. You can rub it in more with the brush. I'm a finger painter. What do we think? And then I kind of go boop, 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 right over the edge right there. I don't like to do too much dark wax. So there's no dark wax and there's dark wax. Just makes it look like it's been around around a little bit more. So when I was getting my haircut yesterday, the lady was like pointing out my sound effects, and it's getting real bad, you guys. I didn't even realize it. Also, my new shipping girl, when she's here, I'm starting to be more aware of myself because I've been used to being alone here for so long now. And I'm like, wow, straight up a weirdo. Oh, well, makes me fun, right? Sound effects makes things, you know, just more exciting. Makes life a little more fun. Congrats on that, Kimmy! All right, I'm going to pin the dark wax down below as well in case you guys are wanting to grab some dark wax up for yourself. Don't forget, all of those colors behind me are loaded up into the buy now, all of the DIY paint. So if you were waiting to go to the basement, you don't have to do that today. All right, pinned down below is the dark wax. I used a combo of clear and dark on this piece. Clear first, just to seal it and give us a little more control over the dark. And then just a little bit of dark, that's way too much. Kind of in our seams, kind of around the edges. The next YouTube video I put out, I've got it started. I already have a couple of projects filmed. I think I'm going to film a little bit of shopping and like buying a couple more things and then flip one of those things too. I like to incorporate just a little bit of shopping in with my DIY videos. I think it's fun. Who doesn't want and need more laughter and joy in their life? All of us at this point. We all do. We all do. Okay, I want a little less on his face right here. Face is just a little too dark for me, buddy. There we go. We had too much up on our cheek. Too much on the cheeky bud. All right, I like it. I'm gonna stop messing with it. Perfection, good. I'm gonna stop messing with it. Keeps messing with it. I love it. Okay, now we gotta put something in it. Let's grab a little bit of our White Star Lavender. I think that's gonna be perfection. And then, do I have a baby nest over here? Maybe. I've got some eggs. Maybe I can just pop the eggs into the White Star. Ooh, I make it look so easy. Oh, thank you. You guys, if you're excited about this and you want to watch more DIY videos, check me out on YouTube, Upcycled by Bree. It's the same name on all platforms, and I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crafting videos for you. This is the White Star Lavender. I just pick little pieces off of either the bush or the, the candle ring or whatever for my projects. I'm just gonna pop a little bit. I'm glad we put him up higher. Good. I put him higher and we put the other one down lower, and it just gives a little extra room. Ah, look. So we're gonna pop a little White Star Lavender in there. So cute. And do the eggs look dumb in the corner? No, they're cute. Ah, there it is. There it is. Okay, that color. Who are we, Kelly? I did pink for Marcia. Marcia. What's it called? Petticoat pink. Let me pin it down below for you. It reminds me of Sipsy a little bit. It's a little more baby pink than Sipsy, but it would still complement her very well. You're welcome, ma'am. Okay, petticoat pink. The 8 ounces is pinned below, but I also have it in 16 and 32. Do we love it? Ooh, well, let's go, Laura. Time to switch it up, isn't it? Thank you guys for your purchases. Okay, do y'all want me to run her? Y'all want me to run her for you? I'll do a $10 starting bid on this little project. And I will go through and get the little paint off of that. In fact, DIY paint is water soluble. Let me show you how easy. I'm just gonna take a little Windex on my paper towel. And since I didn't seal that little brass hook, oh wow, that crazy. Look, I just cleaned it up with just a little Windex. Right in front of your very eyes. All right, I'll run her for $10. If anybody's interested, you can snag it up. It's super cute. I didn't, of course, glue the floral in or anything, so you can switch that out. All right, there. Oops, I went for $1. Whatever, it's fine. If you like her, bid her up to 10. If not, that's fine. I don't understand my everything. So, you guys, were you here the other day when I messed up my flash sale on my greenery? I went ahead and just shipped all of that out. 3 of you canceled it. Everybody else got it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. But I ate it like a business professional. Everybody got their greenery. I did email Whatnot, and Whatnot's like, sorry, bro, you're out of luck. I thought maybe, they'd be like, oh, that sucks. Here, we'll credit your account. It's running, my friends. It's happened to you. No, but it's okay. I did email my accountant like a responsible business owner and recorded the little loss. So at least I could write it off on my taxes. I always forget to do that when I mess things up. You would use it for, I was like a landmark. Kelly Red, let's go. First time buyer, black hearts in the chat. You know what that's going to look cute with? Thank you so very much. That's coming to you. And my shipping gal will be here tomorrow. We will get all of this paint, or she'll be here Friday. We will get all of this paint and stuff shipped out by Friday. I am going to start shipping some tomorrow, but it will be out Friday at the latest. And then also, Kelly, I do have greenery for sale. Barn Mouse, I have a ton of greenery in my buy now. Is there, oh God, don't fall. Is there a specific one you're looking at? I have a plethora. Is it the White Star Lavender, the one we just used that you're thinking of? I can flash sale what I have below for you on my White Star Lavender. Yeah, check out the buy now for sure. If it makes it easier, because there are 500 items in my buy now, let me show you a little trick. When you go into my shop, so if you're new, my shop is right down here. When you go into my shop, you can go to the buy now section. There are like almost 500. Almost 500 items. If you want to make it easier, these little lines right here, you can click them and you can sort the items by category. Um, and you can do home and garden, home decor. Okay, and then see results, and then that's going to show you more of my wholesale stuff, my greenery. That's going to get all the paint out of the way, or any of the other things. So there's all the flower frogs, all the little pillows. There's a ton of greeneries. There's some Bethany Low sheep and rabbits and swans and bells and all kinds of good stuff in there. Or if you only wanted to see DIY paint, you can you'll want to clear out your search results, and then it'll show you all 500 items again. Up in the search bar, you can type in, oh my God, it's so hard to do this facing this way. You can type in DIY, and then like all of my DIY paint products only will show. Cool. So if that makes things easier to search, I know there's a lot of items in my buy now, but I got some feedback that y'all wanted everything in there. So just make it a little easier for y'all to search. I do want to let you know I put in the buy now section just these molds. So if you guys don't want to mess with the epoxy, you don't want to mess with buying the molds and doing the thing, you just want to buy these, I will pour them for you. Okay, I'll go ahead and flash sale them. This is the first style. He is the stand-up hair. You will get one hair perfectly poured in the tan color, and then if you want the hair head, I will flash sale him down below as well. I was thinking I would try to pour more of the molds for you, and that way when I go live and have craft shows, maybe I can have some molds available as well. Like I have these beautiful vintage ladies. Kelly, how gorgeous are they? I know. I have a YouTube video on these that I did a couple years ago. There are the frames. So if you guys are looking for small frames for projects and you want to pour epoxy frames, there's frames in there. So lots of different options available. And if you guys are digging the molds, I can order more. Cool? Cool. Okay. So those are flash sailing. I want to find a little piece of ephemera for this. And we'll run it too. I'm not going to start it until we're going to start it for the right price this time. I don't know why I've been struggling with adjusting that. I feel like a postcard's a little too big. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, do I have, what do we want to put right there? Question about the, oh. Since I live in the tundra, what temps should I be safe to order and not impact the paint? It's still only 19 here. So Laura, the way I've packed it up and shipped it out so far this year, we've been Gucci. I know some retailers put hot packs in their paint, but I haven't had a struggle. The only thing I would be most worried about is a top coat right now. The paint has been just fine. If you want to wait until it warms up a little bit just to be safe, totally cool too. Maybe I could load hot packs in my bin if you guys, they're so expensive. Anyways, I'll think about it. I want to put one piece of ephemera here, and then I was going to run this too. I don't know what to use. I have some in my mind. Where are they? You guys stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Here they are. Here they are. I found them. I ordered these on Whatnot. Won these on auction on Whatnot. I think it was on, I don't know, some crazy train. They're old calling cards, and they're like beautiful ones. Okay, we'll be right here. Yes, stock me, stock away. And I always have the paint and stuff in stock. So, you know, no pressure. Take your time. Wait till it warms up a little bit. Look at the checker. I'll have some of these on my sit and sell tomorrow, okay? I'm trying to find one that goes with our thing. Here it is. I found it. This is the Achille Murray Fine Saddle and Harness Maker, New York. Look at that trade card. Y'all, insane. This is antique for sure. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to slide it right here on this clipboard. Oh, it's perfect. The postcard was too big. I love it. There it is. There it is. It's like a mixed media flat lay on a clipboard fryer. We have a new obsession for a week. All right, y'all. I'm gonna start this at $10 too. You get the clipboard, you get the old calling card, and I did glue on one of the molds. I did not paint it. I kind of love that two-tone look personally. Okay, it should start for $10, right? There it goes. All right, y'all. You get the clipboard. You can always restyle that as you wish to. Hang a little Easter goodie on the bottom. It's not a sticker, Heart to Haven. This or this. This thing, it's not a sticker, it's a mold. We were here. Oh, the postcard. It's a calling card. I'm like, you've been here. You know that's a mold. Teresa! Thank you so much, friend. It's a calling card. So back in the day, these were used either for advertising or for like announcing your arrival at a house. This is like a stack of antique, like trading cards, advertising cards. A whole bunch of different businesses on them. They're not postcards. They're like little advertising cards that people would hand out. This one is music and novelties, stationery, books. Old advertising. I know. And bookmark tomorrow morning show because I have a stack of these and we'll run some tomorrow too. They're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like usually they sell for that at least alone. Okay, y'all. There you go. That was a beautiful grab. Now we have time for like one more quick project. One more quick project. Does anybody have questions before we get into something else about any of the paints, the products, the home decor? If you have any flash sale requests, don't be shy. Drop it in the chat. Let me know. I'm going to do another giveaway. This is going to be for the rabbits. So I will pour the rabbits for you and send you one of each for this giveaway you guys can use in your projects. And if you don't want to glue them onto something, look how cute this would be. What if you took like a little cup or something, put some like little baby's grass in there and they can just like pop out of your little vignettes, you know? Also a cute idea. Yeah, or a few minutes before. I'm just gonna finish painting one little thing here because it's been sitting. Yeah. Do you guys hear my tummy? What'd you have for lunch today? What should I have for lunch today? Jeez Louise. That was a loud growl. Okay, getting that giveaway. I'm gonna grab my chapstick and we're gonna finish painting this other bunny. He's been sitting over here so lonely. I want to show y'all how easy it is to transform something. You got a breakfast burrito? Oh, that sounds good. Girl, we're gonna eat all the food when you're here. I hope you know that. I'll pay. I'll pay if you go out to eat with me. Yes. Did you say how you make the molds? Wendy, I am multicasting today on Facebook and YouTube. I got you, girl. So you can catch the replay. It was in the first couple of minutes. Today I'm using the amazing casting resin. It you'll die nice. It is a very, very fast setting resin. I did link this first link in my on my Facebook. First post on my Facebook. I have the link to the resin I'm using today. It sets up super duper fast and comes out of the mold beautifully. And then Wendy, I also did load up all of the molds into my buy now section that I have available. I will let you guys know I only have like, I don't know if any of these sold. I only had 8 of these and they are not even available right now on the Prima website. I can't get them right now. There's 6 left in my bin. And then I don't know if I can get any more. So if you guys want the rabbit mold for yourself, there they are. No pressure, but no pressure, but pressure. And then also, if you don't want to mess with the epoxy in the mold, but you want the rabbits, I will make them. They're in my buy now, and you can just buy the rabbits in there. It's like the first thing. They're listed under hair. I used to have a little shop and sold DIY paint. Yes, the bird's nest. It's amazing paint. It really is. I started in a booth in an antique store. If you guys follow me on YouTube and go clear back to the beginning, don't watch my first video, okay? If you do, don't tell me. But go clear back to the beginning and you can see my booth styling. Okay, here's a rabbit. This is the chocolate bunny that's in my buy now. I do love him. I love the way they look like chocolate. But also I had a couple people say that it was just too dark for their liking. So I was like, don't worry, I got you. We can make these a lot lighter. Okay, this is DIY crinoline. It is my favorite off-white. It is not yellow at all. It's just the perfect creamy white, and we're just going to finish painting him up. You could do these in a bubblegum pink or a light blue and make them super Eastery. You could do them in black and use a little dark dust and make them look like cast iron. So many options. So many. Okay, paintbrush. I am in a new spot. Nobody's asked really, which is crazy. So like I am still getting used to my area here. I want to paint one of them. Mine I got from you. Pink. Yeah, do it, Fryer. Do it. Do it. We're just on the other side. My shelves I usually stand in front of her right there, and I just moved my table this way. It's working out nicely. And then I have all my paint behind me. I did put some of my Buy It Now stuff down there, but it's hard to see. So I'm on the hunt. Ooh, maybe we'll do that when you're here too. So you help me carry it. I need a new shelf for over there, another big shelf. We'll get there though. Okay, DIY paint. It's a clay-based paint. It's super pigmented and nice and thick. So the coverage is amazing. As you can see here, I'm going on with just one coat and it is covering like instantly. I painted half of this bunny before, so we're just gonna paint this half. I'm kind of stippling a little bit to kind of get down in those low spots. Since I am not distressing this piece, I do want good coverage. Kind of stipple and then smooth over. This is the color Crinoline. Oh, let me pin that down below for you as well. I know the guy who brought the last shelf in fell backwards into my house because he didn't see the step up, even though I said there's a step up. The chocolate bunnies are available in 8, 5, and 3.5 inches. And they're also in the bin today. I don't have a ton of them left, but I did order some more, so we'll have some more soon too. And I felt really bad because the shelf he was carrying was very, very heavy, and I fell on him. And I think he hurt himself, but he was too proud to say so. I haven't asked him to move anything else in yet. When I bought the shelf from the antique store, I was like, do you guys know a company that would move it for me, And they gave me some guy's card, and he only charged me $50, and he went and picked it up from the store and brought it over the next day and brought it in my house. I thought that was a good deal. But then he fell, and I felt so bad. Felt real bad. Okay. So I stippled, and then after I stipple, I'm just gonna brush a little, I don't want too much texture on this. That's not the point. I was just stippling to get in the low spot. So there's one coat of coverage. You can see a little paint peeking through. I'm gonna use my heat gun and just dry this side up to speed things along a little bit. I will work on bookmark next week's crafting show. It's probably gonna be on Wednesday again because Kelly fries in on Thursday. So yeah, I'll probably do Wednesday morning again next week. And I will see, do you guys want to use the frames next week? We can do a little frame project. Somebody was asking about the backing. Let me see what I can figure out. Wait, oh, you want to be here? I don't want to go live while you're here. I want to go frolic, man. I know they want us to go live. We'll be live Saturday for a long time. And we might pop on, but I just don't want to commit to it. I want to go frolic on Friday. We will. She's going to be here for Build Your Own Vignettes. You guys get hours of entertainment. Double check show notes. We'll do that at the end of the show. I want to go frolic. You guys will get us to shenanigans Saturday night. By the end of Build Your Own Vignette, I usually pour a little cocktail, and we end the night with a cheers. So you guys will have a good show Saturday night. We'll be live then for sure. And we might pop on another time once for a little bit just to hang out, do a couple gibbies, raid somebody, I just don't want to be shipping the whole time she's here. Because what day do you leave? I don't even know. Sunday? Are you driving away Sunday? Yeah. Driving away. She's like, I'm out. We're going to sell all this shit Saturday night and then I'm gone, girl. Good luck to you. No, she actually asked if I wanted her to help me ship. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you won't be sick of me yet, and maybe you'll want to hang out one more day. I think you should, honestly, because I'm not shipping until Monday anyway. But if you're sick of me, you can go. Maybe I'll be sick of you. But if you stay Sunday, then we can do a little more live stream. Your phone froze? What's up, Beverly? You good? Just checking your messages there. Oh, are you the person that just got red chatted? Hey, room share. Bruh, I just told you at the end of the show. Can you all please screenshot that and go report that for spamming a show to whatnot? Thank you very much. Yeah, go ahead. Kick them out of here. Thank you. Oh, whatever. You got red chatted. That means you shouldn't say it, right? I'm so sick of being nice to you guys. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank you. Everybody cancel that person. Okay, I'm gonna do a second coat. I am going to do a second coat to get absolute full coverage on this. Thank you. I'm sorry, you guys. You know what? I give chances, and I was really, really kind on that one. I even smiled and everything, and they did it anyway. I can't. Not today. And it's funny because they've been in here before. But as soon as I said report them, they were like, "Oh, I didn't mean to." Okay. All right. Anyways, quick chat, please. Can I get some brooms in the chat? The vitamin D deficiency. After I do the second coat on this and we dry it up, I'm gonna, thank you, Cindy. I am going to wax it the same as the other side, which is actually the same thing we did on the other one, just a little clear, a little dark, to really get down in those details. And I noticed on these chocolate bunnies, on one side they have a shamrock, which I thought was fun for St. Patrick's Day. And I don't even think this would look bad painted a sage green. Not gonna lie, green is a neutral. Oh Lord have mercy. It's okay. I've been really good though. You guys can't even lie. I've been really nice lately. I've pulled it together. I want one of Lydia's tomatoes. By the way, can you bring me one? I'll pay her for it. I'll tip her profile even or something, or she can put it in her bin. However that works. I'm still trying to figure out how she's making those little animals on nests. They have so much detail. Okay, here's a quick hack for you too. Stickers on the bottom of things, instead of like breaking all your fingernails off, gosh, if you warm them up just a little bit, don't burn yourself. They'll peel right off. Oh, wow. Look at that. Makes life so much easier. All right, I'm even going to paint the bottom of this. We're going to finish it. Bugs. It's all good, y'all. It's all good. Bye. See you later. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's all right. I can't make everybody happy, you know? Somebody's got to say it. It's probably the same person or like their boyfriend or something, you know? It happens. And you know what's crazy? YouTube and Facebook can confirm this. Is this doesn't happen. Oh, well, no, T-Bone, here's the thing. And see, this is also the reason that why it's just not a good thing to do in people's shows, because now everything is completely derailed and onto that topic. She asked, that person asked, and it got red chatted. You guys couldn't see it because you're not supposed to promote my shows. It actually says up in show notes. Please wait to the end of the show because I'm trying to answer questions and read y'all's comments and questions and concerns, right? So they asked, and it got put in red chat, and I kindly said, we'll do that at the end of the show if you want to wait. Okay? So they did know. They did know. And they got red chatted, so they weren't supposed to do that, and they did it again anyway, even though I said, please wait to the end of the show. And that's why I became, upset about it. Because I work really hard to plan these shows and, put on a good show for you guys. But it's really hard to keep up with the chat. If you notice, I miss questions and comments anyway. So if everybody's coming in and promoting themselves, I can't keep up with, what I'm trying to do here with you guys. It's not being rude. I'm just not, actively making them comfortable. So that comes off as rude sometimes, but sometimes you just have to have the hard, honest truth with people. That's all it is. That's all. You never read show notes? A lot of people don't, but you should. Okay, so on this side, you can see we have 2 coats of paint. We've got our beautiful complete full coverage. And then on this side, it looks a little grungier, and that's because we waxed it. This is really hot right now, so if I put the wax right on it, it's going to kind of melt. What I'm going to do is stick this in the freezer for 2 seconds. I'm going to start another giveaway for the bunnies. Ow, it's hot. I'm going to start another giveaway for the bunnies. Y'all hop in there. I'm going to stick this in the freezer. He looks delicious. He looks like white chocolate now. And then we'll finish waxing him. I picked up this piece at the thrift store the other day. I just put him in the freezer to cool him down. Just a little trick to speed things up. You don't have to do it. You can let him cool at room temperature. But I picked up this big old metal piece at the thrift, $5 a couple of weeks ago. I was thinking I was gonna paint this and wet distress it. I know, Marcia, it's okay. It's okay, we got this. I was gonna wet distress it, but I think I'm just gonna do this. And I have a little baby's grass half ring in there, and then we're gonna pop our bunny right in the middle. And I think that's gonna be perfectly adorable. It looks like a teacup, I know. And I'm thinking it probably had like a cylindrical jar, or like you're supposed to put a candle and a candle ring in the middle, but we're gonna put our bunny in there. These baby's grass rings are in the buy now as well, if you're curious. And again, you guys, I know there's so many items in the buy now. If you ever have a hard time finding them, do not be shy to ask for me to pin them or whatever, because I know it can be a lot. Sometimes I can't even find my own stuff. This is metal. I'm gonna run it too. I'll start, once I get the bunny in there, I'll start it for $10. It's a big old metal piece. And I was gonna paint this and then wet distress back the details, but with the dark details on the bunny, it looks really good in here. Boop. It's perfect. I know, I like it too. Okay, my bunny should be cool. Let me get him out of the freezer. Is the person here that was here on Sunday that was asking how I got the labels on the glass jars? What's up, Smorgy? Oh, Smorgy, you just missed it. Is that person here by chance? I can't remember who it was. Okay, we're gonna put clear wax on the bunny first. Clear wax as a barrier, that's gonna seal our paint in, and it's gonna help us control the dark wax. DIY, clear wax, butter consistency, very easy to use. A little bit here on my chip brush. We're just gonna do one even light coat over this whole side I just painted. Alice in Wonderland-esque, I love it. You guys could paint this any color. You have a neon bunny. You could do a liquid sunshine bunny. So painting over wax. No, you shouldn't, technically. Earlier, I accidentally forgot to do a second coat on one piece of my pink wood project there. And when I went to wax it, I noticed. So I stopped waxing real quick and painted over that, and it was fine. If I was doing a big old piece of beautiful furniture, you know, or commissioning a job for somebody, and I did that mistake, I would get the wax off. I would sand it a little bit. I would fix it properly. But if you did a little boo-boo here, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Does that make sense? And I am multicasting on Facebook and YouTube today, so you can rewatch the crash out or rewatch any of the steps you might have missed. All right, Kelly, see you soon. Okay, so here we go. We have clear wax on this. It is completely sealed now. Now I'm gonna take my dark wax, same consistency, same grade wax. I just need a teeny tiny little bit on my chip brush. I'm gonna work in a small section here. I'm gonna put it on nice and heavy and make sure I really get down into those low points. And you're like, well, breathe. Now it's just a brown bunny again. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. I'll take a clean paper towel, wipe back the excess. And it just sits down in the low points. So good. So you just bring out all of that texture and dimension so much more when you add a little colored wax in. I don't like to do too much. I like a small touch of dark wax. So again, just working in a small section here. It doesn't dry like instantly, but the longer it sits there, the harder it is to kind of wipe back and move around. If y'all have any questions, let me know. Kelly's going to get ready. We're going to raid her here in about 20 minutes or so. Or a little less, so be ready for her. So if you have any questions, mod list, let me know. I'll answer them for you. Now, if I'm like, this side looks a little more white, this side looks a little more dark, it's okay. We can even that out. I can erase a little bit of this darkness here by taking some clear wax over that spot, and then wiping it back even more. That's going to take even more of that dark off for us. So you can really control it with that clear wax. It acts as an eraser. Who's going to win the hairs? Little Bug Blue. Congratulations. Did you already win hairs? No, that was I'm a Bluefish. That was another blue friend. Oh, it's going to be in my head all day now. All day. You may remember that song. Oh no, I forgot all about it. Okay, here's our last little, and you know what? You can see in the low spots, it's still white. I didn't even get the dark wax in the right spot there. So really pounce it down in there. Really pounce it down in. Pounce. I noticed yesterday I have way more sound effects than I realized in this life. Okay, I'm going to wipe back the high points, and we're going to leave that dark wax down in the low points. It's a little thick right there. And just pounce it out with my bristles and wipe it off those high points again. And you know, we just painted this, right? We just painted this, and I'm sitting here wiping on it, and the paint is not coming off. That DIY paint sticks very, very well. And this is still a little warm too. Just gonna even out this side a little bit. There we go. I love him. Look how much it makes the textures pop. Ah, Heart to Haven, thank you so much for helping out. I appreciate you. I don't know where everybody is today. It's all busy. It's a busy Wednesday. Okay, so here's what our bunny looked like before. Here's what he looks like after we paint him. Look, there's the shamrock. You can hardly see it when it's just the chocolate bunny, but then when you pop it with all that wax, so don't be afraid. This is an item I have available in my buy now, but you could go to the thrift store, to the hobby store, whatever, you know, pick up a little project. You guys can paint it, you're hungry, however you want to make it fit in with your decor. I love this look too, but I'm really digging the lighter version. And then I just popped him right here in this little thing, and I think he's absolutely amazing. He will sit on his own. But you could always, there you go, you could always fluff just a little more greenery in there to kind of help him stand up better. But I think he's so good in there. And the dark accents on him now just match perfectly with the metal. Is it for sale? I'm going to start it right now for $10. You get everything. The gorgeous, gorgeous, it's not cast iron, but it's a nice metal. It's like a big old teacup, and it does have this hole in the middle, probably for a taper holder. Like a taper candle down in there. You get the candle ring tucked in, and you get the bunny. So you guys could always like take the bunny out and pop in a Christmas tree instead, or a little bunch of Easter eggs, you know, restyle as you wish. Let me close this. Let me move this and this, and we'll run it. Good job. Did I do a good job? Thank you so much. Okay. Put eggs around him. I don't know if I have any right next to me. I have these in my buy now. Oh, it's a lot. It's almost too much. It's cute. It's almost too much. You guys can grab eggs out of the bin if you want, if you like the egg look. Good thing that wasn't a real one. All right, I'm gonna start this for $10. I will flash sale the eggs for you. I got you. Is the one below the base you used for the bunny? What's up, honey? Is the one below the base you used this? The crinoline? Yes, that is the one pinned down below. I pinned the 8-ounce size. I also have it available in 16 and 32 ounces, depending on what kind of project you want to do. This will cover like probably 10 good, you know, smaller thrift projects or like a small side table. So the coverage is really good. A little bit will go a long ways. All right, are y'all ready? 15 seconds. There you go, this is running. You get the cast iron bowl, you get the greenery, and our new white chocolate bunny. You could even put like a little piece of wood down there and prop him up a bit if you wanted to see more of them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. We had a good day. Sorry about the little crash out, but you know, sometimes you just gotta lay down low, you know? Sometimes. What's up, Lydia? Do I have any of the small of the pink paints? I do. Your mom bought one. Do you need one too? Thank you so much. I'm a Bluefish. This is coming to you. You love my crafting? Good. Bookmark my next week's show. We'll do Wednesday morning again next week. Fryer's going to be here next Thursday. So All right, pin down below. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vintage Gypsy Berry. I bought some of the paint on accident. I'll cancel it. Okay, Beach Baby. No worries. No worries. Do I have any more metal cups? I don't. That was a thrifted find. Isn't that beautiful though? I will keep an eye out at the thrift store for more items like this that you guys can put your bunnies and stuff in. Okay. Last little project we're gonna do today. Somebody was here last week. We got like 10 minutes till we rate into a fryer. She's back. Somebody asked me last week, I had some bottles on my Sunday show and I had put some transfers on them. Somebody was like, do you have a video on how you do that? I was like, no, it's so easy. We'll do it on my next craft show. Really quick and easy. Last time we used the Luxe transfers, we used this beautiful Romance in Fleur, the black and white style. But since then, I have also picked these up, and they are the Fleur de Frame, and they are little framed botanicals. These Luxe transfers stick to like glass or tumblers, those kind of projects, easy peasy, so quick, and they're water resistant. So if you put them on like a little something like this, you want to put in your bathroom, you want to be able to wipe it down or whatever. These transfers are just a little different. They are a little 3D. They kind of remind me of like a bubble sticker. So I had glass jars on Sunday. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to add these on. I have this little jar right here that's got some of the dried lemons from my buy now. It's like a cute little like general store jar almost. You can't wait to paint with the pink. Lydia asked for some too. Are you guys both gonna paint with pink? What's happening? You thought it was potatoes. No, they're lemons. That's hilarious. And on the little transfers here, we have this lemon one, a teeny tiny little lemon one. But if you guys made like essential oils or pour your own candles or whatever, this would be such a good touch. I need scissors. Please hold. I'm like looking all around me and there's none over here at all, anywhere close. Too excited. So I need scissors dance. Okay. All right. I'm going to cut out, this is how easy it is. Cut out this little piece of transfer. It is a plastic transfer. What's up, Sassy? You missed the whole show, Sassy. You missed the whole show. Look, we used bunnies too. What the heck? Okay, and I'm going to peel the piece of transfer off of the paper backing. Maybe. There it goes. Come here, buddy. I cut it a little tiny. Okay, so then here you have your transfer. What's up, Hodge? Oh, man, so sorry. Did you kill it? Did you kill it? Did you do so good? I looked over and I was like, oh, I'm missing everything. Hold on a second, everybody. I gotta get an update. How many items? What'd you do? Let me know. Not as good as last time, but I'm happy. Listen. I'm sure it was amazing. Did you multicast today? Can I go watch this shit show on YouTube? Okay, so this is lemon. Should we put it on the lid? Oh, should we put it on the lid or on the side of the jar? Because the jar will sit sideways like that or straight up. And straight up, now tell me, do you wanna love me forever? The side, okay. The kid? Put it on my kid? I'm gonna put it on the side. Even though when you tilt it, it's gonna be crooked, it doesn't matter. And right. Okay, so now you have your transfer on your plastic. We're just gonna take this. Let me be a good crafter. We're gonna clean it first with a little bit of paper towel. Hodge, if you hang out just a second, I'll show you my projects. I'm also multicasting, and I yelled at somebody earlier. If you want to go rewatch the replay, I've been doing so good. I didn't yell. I didn't even raise my voice. Okay, I just cleaned it with Windex. Now it's nice and clean. Now we're going to take our transfer. We're going to pop it right on there. Boop. We got to make sure it's even and in the center. Okay, and I'm just going to rub it down with my finger. So yes, the Luxe line, I only have these two styles, and I don't think they make a lot of them yet. Hopefully Prima will keep coming out with more. The Luxe line is meant for like candles and tumblers and glass. They're the easiest transfers to apply. After I rub it down with my finger, I just take the top paper or plastic backing, boop, peel it off, yeet. That out of the way, and ta-da! You have your perfect little label. So cute, right? They're a little 3D, not a lot. I would say these are even a little more 3D, a little more texture. No, you don't have to seal these, Vintage Freak, not the Lux line. They are water resistant. So you can do a little like Windex wipe down, a little whatever. You don't need to seal the Lux line. The other transfers, yes. On the Lux line, nope. I will flash sale. I can flash sale my Prima products. Unfortunately, I can't flash sale DIY, but I can flash sale my Prima products. I will flash sale both of these Lux transfers for y'all. Run as a flash sale. We're not doing it for $1 on accident today, so don't get too excited. Okay? All right. Flash sale down below. On the Lux, this is the Fleur de Frame. Fleur de Frame down below. The little pink flowers and botanicals we used here are all of the options you get with this one. And again, if you just get like little old glass bottles from the antique store, from the flea market, old grungy, dirty, dusty bottles, and then put one of these gorgeous transfers on, it's like chef's kiss. Perfection. And then I also have the Romance and Fleur. I started a flash sale on those down below as well. So these are black and white. This one though has the horse head, the rooster, the butterfly, and then a ton of that good advertising. We used the horse head and the rooster on some little sugar holders, like little Hall sugar packet holders, and those bad boys sold for like $30 a piece. So really, really great little add-ons for your projects, very inexpensive, and so easy to use. If you have, just so easy, I'm snapping a lot today. If you have a booth or you sell here and whatnot or whatever, and you just want quick little DIYs. So I was thinking cute, these whole dried lemons are also in my buy now. I'm gonna run this little cutie for $1. Last little projects that we're selling today. I'll show you what we did. Take any last flash sale requests. And we're gonna do one more giveaway and go see Fryer. It's been a fun day. Okay, $1 start on this little cutie. 15 seconds, there it goes. Cute little jar full of the dried lemons. And it's got the little transfer on there. They're dried lemons, dried whole lemons, sassy. If you look at the picture, I'll pin the listing. I like to put these in a dough bowl with like a butter scoop or something. They look so high end and gorgeous. I need to get more, they're not potatoes. I need to get more of the sliced dried lemons too. Those are beautiful as well. Diane, thank you so much for loving my project. It's coming to you. See, it's a lemon label. It's lemons. Those aren't potatoes. They kind of look like potatoes. Okay, and if you were just hopping on, I did multicast today to Facebook and YouTube, so you can go watch the replay. We started today off. It's the vitamin D deficiency. I get too excited, you guys. I already sold it to you, you can't break it. We started today off with molds, the redesign with Prima hair molds. We made this cute little upcycled scoop and this adorable little upcycled clipboard. So good. These projects have already sold. I know, calm down. Calm down. So cute. I've actually been pretty chill this whole show. Okay, they're flash sailing down below. I have 6 of the hair molds left in stock. Boom. Yeah, they are flash sailing. There you go. I did it. Pink's your favorite. I'm glad you like it. And then also we painted one of our chocolate bunnies to make him look like a little different, a little more French country, like a white chocolate. And we put him in this little cast iron teacup situation. So those were our projects today. We had a great time. We did so good. Yay. Oh, the eggs. Yeah, I forgot. Does anybody else want me to flash sale anything else before we get out of here? I'm going to do one more giveaway too. So I have the speckled eggs in the carton, and then I have the mini speckled eggs. I have the wooden egg duo, brown and white. I have the paper mache eggs. And then I can get some more pastel eggs. I don't think I have any of those in stock right now, but I'll get some more. Yes, I use DIY paint and crinoline. Gosh, I get so excited. And I will pin it down below for you one more time on the bunny. Then I also use clear wax and dark wax. There's the crinoline pinned down below. That's the 8-ounce size. And I am obsessed with this color because it doesn't pull really yellow. Sometimes those cream colored paints will look really yellow. Flash more transfers. Oh, snap. All right, I got you. We'll flash all the transfers. Okay, watch down below. This is Delightful Labels. This is my big, huge transfer with the white lettering. Oh, the Florida frame, the flash sale didn't go very long. Sorry. It only ran for 30 seconds. Here, I'll flash sale it again. I didn't have it set up right. Okay, the Florida frame, that's what we use today. That's the flash sale down below again. Here is another massive transfer. This is the Prima Dark Floral pinned down below. And you can click these listings to see better pictures. I have a couple other ones. They're right here. Let me grab them. Some really, really pretty spring ones that we used on past projects. Oh my gosh, I have a mess here, you guys. I made a mess. Okay, this is the Gilded Spring. These are the gold bunnies. I'm obsessed with this one. We used the gold bunnies on a white background and they came out so beautiful. We did a white plate project a couple weeks ago. Here's what all of them look like. And this is one of the water transfers. These work a lot like a temporary tattoo. Super, super easy to use as well. Garden Whimsy, flash sale and down below. Garden Whimsy has been very popular. I sell this one even when I'm not live. It is vintage inspired images. Very, very soft. Very, very cute. Look at the little chicks. We used those chicks on some of the paper mache eggs. So that was really cute. And I'm obsessed with this handle that has the carrots in it. I want to find a little cute little box to put that one on. Yes, I am stocked up on paint. All of the DIY colors are available in the buy now. I'm flash sailing the Sweet Lamb down below. This is a sheep transfer. Looks like these. Uber cute. It has the black fluffy sheep and the white fluffy sheep on it. And like the sweet little Easter sheep. And that one's going, eh. What's up, Carrie? 8 ounces the smallest. Yes, ma'am. You got it. Thank you guys for helping me out in the chat today. Do I have any of the dried lemons? I do. I do believe. Let me look real quick. I will get more of the slices ordered. I usually wait to spring until I order those. Yes. I have 4 cups of the dried lemons left. I did flash sale them down below. Look how pretty they look in a bowl with like a wooden scoop. There you go. And you get a nice little cup scoop of those. Enough to fill a project, a small project. Let's see. Do I have any other transfers to flash sale for you? You guys, thank you so much for supporting me on these crafting shows. I am so happy to be able to be crafting again. I missed it so much. And the last couple of years, I've really just been selling here on Whatnot. And it's been so nice to be able to craft again and be able to support my family and everything. So you guys are amazing. I just flash sale the secret letter down below. I don't think I have that one in front of me, but you can click the picture to see it a little better. This is the Golden Serenade. Now, you guys, I did start a project with these. They're golden birds. I had never used this one before, so I tried it out. We didn't get to it today, but we'll finish it up next week, but I can show you a sneak peek of these. They're absolutely stunning. And these come off of the backing just like a regular transfer does. They're easy. But I thrifted these pillar holders at the thrift store, right? A while back. Next week we'll finish it up. I painted this one black and used a little bit of rub and buff on it and then put that gold bird transfer on there. Isn't that stunning? And I think it would be so pretty with some LED lights behind it in the evening. So that's the Gilded Spring. Oops, it didn't actually. Or it's not Gilded Spring, it's Golden Serenade. And it's flash sailing down below now. The birdies. So pretty. Really easy to use. I was worried that the gold was going to be harder than a regular rub-on transfer, but they're not. They're not at all. So that's I think it's a Katja design. If you guys know her, she's like a famous YouTuber, furniture artist. Okay, do I have any? I think that's all of them. The dark floral didn't flash sale very long. I'll do it one more time. Boop. And cheaper. There you go. The Florida frame, we'll do it one more time on flash sale. There you go. All right, y'all. Any other questions, requests, come back and see me in the morning. I have smalls and minis at my sit and sell table. And then Sunday, I will have a beautifully loaded auction tab. We'll be back in front of my shelves. Tomorrow, I will give you sneak peeks of what I'll have on Sunday. And then tomorrow, I also have sneak peeks for build your own vignette. Okay. I'm going to do one more giveaway today. You guys, this is our last giveaway of the day. So feel free. This is a great time to promote yourselves, to have some community time. And then that way, everybody is focused on the chat. They'll come and they'll bookmark you. They'll follow you. Can I show the finished projects again? I can. And let me not throw them this time. Thank you for asking. I'm very excited, but I'm not going to throw them this time. Okay, so the first one we did was this little wooden scoop. And we added the hair head onto it. A little bit of pink paint and dark wax with some distressing. Put a little floral down in there. And the eggs I accidentally yeeted when I dropped it, but they're right here. They're right here. And a couple little eggs. Ta-da! I wouldn't have forgot them, I promise. That was project 1. And then for project 2, we put the bigger hair mold right on this clipboard, but we didn't paint it. We just left it plain and two-toned. Clipped a little trading card up at the top. So good. So good. Y'all, everybody drop your shows. Brass tomorrow. Heck yes, I love me some brass. Bookmark your friends. Go follow. Share the love. We did this. We put this little Lux transfer on this lemon jar. It took literally 2 seconds. So if you blinked, you missed that project because it's so easy. And that is what is, pinned down below. And then for the other project, I took one of my chocolate bunnies. You guys want me to flash sell the chocolate bunnies? No pressure, but I will. In case you got some paint today, maybe you want to grab a bunny. This is the 8-inch flashing down below. And then I also have a 5-inch and a 3.5-inch. So if you want that, you can type the word chocolate in the search bar and all 3 will pop up too. But here's what the 3 sizes look like. So you could even paint a little tiny one and put it in a teacup, you know. You could paint a million tiny ones with 8 ounces of paint. Alice in Wonderland train. What are you going to have on that? Can you tell if my order for the Prima went through? I'd love to check, Beverly. I got you, girl. Which one were you trying to order, honey? I see you got some lemons. Which transfer were you trying to order? I don't see it, but I'll pin the one you want again and you can grab it. All I see that you got, Beverly, is a scoop of lemons. The one I put on the jar. I got you, girl. So those bunnies are on flash sale if you want to grab any of those. And they're cute, not painted too. Let's be completely honest. All right, here you go, Beverly. I put it on flash sale down below for you again. There you go. You just grab one of those and I'll watch for it. We have so many cool things tomorrow. A crazy quilt, brass keys, clocks, and bunnies for days on your Alice in Wonderland train. All right, Vintage Lover, you got me. I'm bookmarking it right now. You're so welcome. You are so welcome. Bookmarked. Bookmarked. Love it. Are we all upcyclers? Raise your hand or put a number 1 in the chat if you guys do crafting. T-Bone, are you new? I feel like I knew you before. Oh my gosh, look at all my crafty friends. A -1? Wait. What's that mean? Like you tried, but you're not very good at it? Oh, oh yeah, you love crafting. Hodge, you can I've seen you build a vignette. I've seen you do it. I saw your amazing eggplant whistle too. Well, you didn't make that, Sarah, made that, didn't you? Flesh colored eggplant. That was great. Love that. -5.5. All right, y'all, hop in the giveaway. This giveaway is for the hair molds. And if you just want to grab the molds, I have them in there. I can flash sale them one more time. And then we're going to go raid Farmhouse Fryer. We're going to go see Kelly. Kelly is my bestie. She lives down in Florida. She has amazing linens and quilts today. Fire. She has a beautiful floral quilt. I know she hasn't run it quite yet. No, fight me for it, okay? She's going to be here next week. But we're going to raid into her. So if you haven't met her yet, you're going to love her. I am flash sailing both of these hairs down below. There's the full hair if you don't want to do the epoxy project yourself. If you're only a 0.5 crafter, you don't want to pour the epoxy. And then here's the hair head. I want to Yes, of course. Yes, thank you for being respectful. It is the end of my show, and at the end of my show, we're all allowed to promote. T-Bone, go right ahead. I do ask that you just wait till the end of the show because my chat gets so crazy I can't keep up otherwise. Go ahead. Who are you? What do you sell? Tell us all about it. This is your last call for a flash sale request. You guys hear my tummy growling? Facebook and YouTube, if you have not joined Whatnot yet, use that little QR code or the link above me and get over here so next time, tomorrow, you can win giveaways. You turn pre-loved and imperfect pieces into one-of-a-kind sustainable designs, limited and made to stand out. Is it clothing? Jax, congratulations! I'm sending you 2 rabbits. Is it clothing? It is! Let's go. I just bookmarked you. And thank you for being respectful. I just followed you back. I appreciate you. And y'all know I'm really not a nasty person. So if you were here earlier for the debacle, just, sometimes you gotta lay the smack down. I'm the boss here. It's my show, I can do what I want. I love you guys. Okay, we're gonna go raid the farmhouse fryer. Thank you guys so much. 81 items sold today. 81 crafty items. Thank you guys so very much. You're welcome, the one. I got you, and I got you bookmarked. I will come check you out. I'm a basic B when it comes to clothes, so I need some cool stuff. All right, y'all. We're gonna go see the farmhouse fryer. Black hearts in the chat when you get there, and I will see you in the morning. Follow me on Instagram today, though, because I'm about to go shopping and we'll drop some fun sneak peeks. Okay. I love you. Thank you for being here. Raiden, the farmhouse fryer, 104 friends in her room, black hearts in the chat, and I will see you in the morning. I love you all very much. Goodbye.